So can the mid-session interval turn things around? It remains to be seen, but it happens so
relaxed
often.
in the lounge. Ronnie, despite the scoreline, having a laughing a joke with his entourage. But amazing to think he could play the opening session of a final.
Well, I don't know where they got that from. That's a mixture of everybody there.
Oh, he's played that really well. Very similar to a shot he played with last night, the semi-final, Dennis, when he ended up going down the table behind the brown one.
Touching ball would help. Oh, he could avoid canning the pink, but could have played it better. He could be in trouble now because the yellow and brown's a good
target, hasn't he? Behind yellow and brown.
Oh, that's nearer the pocket, that.
Interesting shot that. I thought he was going to swing it round the angles, Dennis, to get him behind yellow and brown, but
well, it's a bit of a chance, but it's not an easy.
quite as hard then. And it looks like it does.
One.
It just needs one good contribution.
Change.
Eight.
Yeah, Ronnie just would obviously ideally love to win all four. Of course he would. A long way from being over this final.
15.
As I say, it's still
60.
a little bit awkward. And sometimes he even plays better when it's a little
23.
awkward, and he keeps his focus.
24. $31. $32.
Yeah, couldn't really.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 32.
I know it's in. I think in this year's Masters, Judd Trump has played some of the best.
In the final.
Yeah, they're never easy, those.
For the mid-session interval, we certainly saw it with Ronnie yesterday. The first four frames were absolute granite snooker in that semi-final against Ding Junhui, and he just lost his way a little bit for a couple of frames after the interval, and Ding started getting back into the match. So we've seen it before. Got to try and keep that focus even after the interval.
Position. He's had to cannon the blue, but he's left himself the correct angle on it. And even for frame on the scoreboard.
14.
And the perfect angle on the blue now. This could be. Oh, he's caught. He should be okay. But he didn't catch the pink as he intended. Very rarely refuses any sort of chance. Very well played.
20.
58 ahead, screw back. Needs to keep running a bit
27.
further. Be very precise. Terrific amount of side. Is he on the one closest to the pink?
Yeah. 33.
Yeah, that makes certain of the frame.
It might only be 40, but what a break this has been. Some very tricky shots in it. A bit of poor form when splitting the pack up.
But talking about focus, he
43.
didn't even react to that sort of trick shot there. He's kept his focus. This is a bit more like it from Ronnie O'Sullivan.
51. $59. $64.
Well, 4-0
66.
down. Paul's awkward. This certainly wasn't straightforward when he came to the table. Won't be worried about
69.
not getting the cannon there. He's done enough. That was a...
Doesn't matter about the Brown. An earlier break of 32 followed by that magnificent 69 break. And we have liftoff for the Rocket. He's got his first frame on the board, but he still trails Judd Trump.
Yeah, certainly the majority of the 1900 in today will be hoping so, Hazel. Just want to see a good final, don't we? It's a good cue ball here. Doesn't want to bounce this too far off the ball cushion because there are red or even.
Very good. And the terrific little flick off the blue also.
That was well sorted out as well. Just
6.
thinking.
7.
Yeah, a bit like the last frame, but because they were so difficult, he really did have to focus and concentrate very hard, and it was a super.
On the red to the left and below the black. He was having a look before. He thinks if he can get this one out the way, the black will be available.
14.
Yeah, played that nicely, and of course he can just flick the other red away with a little cannon here.
You're thinking 2 or 3 shots ahead. You're playing into areas,
22.
but his snooker brain is quite something. He seems to figure the situation out very quickly indeed.
$30. Ronnie O'Sullivan,
Yeah,
37.
Amazing. These middle pockets are so tight. And there's a gap through for the one that he's been knocking those in. And he played that with a lot. That's certainly opened the Reds up. And that 37-point advantage.
Okay, perfect world. You'd like the cue ball glued to the cushion, but it wasn't a bad attempt. The only problem is, that's what happens to you when you play someone who can pot like he does. There's a good shot required here, though. Now, Destiny slightly lost it. And he's not made the most of the chances he's had, so can you restamp your authority on the game?
Well, Ronnie decided to...
Yeah, I think if I'd have played that safety shot, I'd have been quite happy going back to my chair, thinking that was a pretty good attempt, and then this is what's happened.
In fact, it'd be 11 this evening.
19.
A little bit weak to knock it in, but not quite as he liked it. Two reds that are stuck to the court.
27. $34. 35.
Yeah, I don't think that flick he had on the red before. $43.
Yeah, the one here, the left side cushion, is the very awkward one. Corner pockets at times. I mean, that is quite amazing.
50.
The cue power he's got on that, and to make sure the red get in at that pace. That's all about the angle he gets when potting this red and the colour.
Pretty good shot. So it's all about a bit of billiards,
58.
Dennis.
And I think he might just be okay. He might just be able to roll. Well, it's moved it off the cushion, but I'll tell you.
$66.
Well, that was Judd's brother there, Jack.
Judd Trump, 66.
Yeah, very good from Judd, that. Very good.
Foul. Judd Trump, 4.
It's like.
Two.
And Judd's done exactly the same in this frame.
5.
Yeah, the red in the middle pocket for Ronnie when he split the pack up. We mentioned they were pretty tight in the middles, but he had a chance there, and of course Judd missed, and can't have any complaints. But Judd's opening red was a cracker, Dennis, wasn't it?
Absolutely, and just a little
14.
bit of Judd's naughty snooker frame. It's not disrespect, it's just something he likes to do.
20 and the frame.
He's not going to bother with the black. That
Judd
was a
Trump.
terrific response from Judd Trump there. That magnificent break of 66 paved the way to giving him the frame. He now leads.
1.
But that kind of shot would have been tough. And that's the beauty of Ronnie, gets delayed reaction. Comes from cue power.
9.